We are grateful that all of you are here, and welcome to the California State Senate Governance and Finance Committee. Ladies and gentlemen, the committee, we have 13 bills on today's agenda, 12 with authors who will be presenting here in room 4203. We do have one proposed bill for consent, and that is our vice chair to establish a quorum. Mr. Grinnell, can you please call the roll?
Senator McGuire.
Here.
McGuire, present. Senator Nielsen. Here. Nielsen, present. Senator Durazo.
Here.
Durazo, present. Senator Hertzberg. Senator Wiener. Present. Wiener, present. You have a quorum.
Ladies and gentlemen, a quorum has been established. We're now moving on to item number 4. Item number 4 is an issue that I just got to take a moment to say that Senator Gonzalez has been working on for quite some time, and that's the issue of broadband. And I just want to take a moment to recognize the good senator from Long Beach for all of her work on broadband deployment, and it's become even a more of an acute issue during the pandemic. She does have a bill in front of us today, SB.378. Know that she's been working on amends as well. Madam Senator, I assume you're going to be taking the amendments in committee today.
Yes, Mr. Chair, I will.
All right, thank you so much. On item 378, the floor is yours. And again, Madam Senator, thank you for your tenacious work on this critical subject.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, Mr. Chair and members. I'm here today to present SB 378. This important measure is a key component to closing the digital divide by providing clarity to internet service providers and local governments on broadband infrastructure deployment methods. SB 378 will help promote the deployment of broadband infrastructure and internet connectivity for all Californians by requiring local jurisdictions to allow fiber cables to be installed using cost-effective techniques, including open trenching, boring, and micro-trenching. The bill will create a best practices standard by deploying broadband infrastructure that local planning agencies must follow when the entity seeks to deploy broadband in their community. Currently, every jurisdiction in California has different fiber installment requirements, which often causes a major time delay, and broadband project approval and deployment may not be met. This is unacceptable, especially as broadband is essential in our California communities. So testifying in support today, we have Dan Schweizer, Director of Government Affairs with Crown Castle, and Pete Leroux Munoz, General Counsel with the Silicon Valley Leadership Group. Thank you, Mr. Chair, for the time to present, and I respectfully ask for an aye vote on SB 378.
Thank you so much, Madam Senator. And before we go to the lead witnesses, I want to call the committee's attention to the specific amendments that's been passed out to each and every one of the committee members. If we can please provide the author as well a copy of the amendment sheet so she has that in front of her as well. We greatly appreciate that. Let's go to our lead witnesses. Our lead witnesses will have 3 minutes each. We're going to start with Dan Schweitzer, Director of Government Affairs for Crown Castle. Dan, the floor is yours. You have 3 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and members. My name is Dan Schweitzer, Director of Government Affairs for Crown Castle. We're proud to sponsor SB 378 because it will allow broadband projects in the state to be built quicker, while at the same time reducing construction impacts in communities. The bill ensures that the industry best practices of microtrenching is allowed by local jurisdictions to install high-speed internet fiber cables underground. Microtrenching technology cuts a 2-inch wide and roughly 16-inch deep trench to lay the fiber underground while simultaneously backfilling and sealing. The entire process takes hours, and cars can drive on the road in the same day. Microtrenching is typically 60% cheaper and 80% quicker than traditional open trench street excavations, which create lane closures and negatively impact neighborhoods. This technology is being used in cities around the country and has been successfully deployed in Los Angeles, where over 30 miles of fiber have been installed in recent months using this technique. The bill is necessary because many local jurisdictions are hesitant to utilize this newer technology, as city staff are used to the older, more disruptive method of open trenching. Microtrenching complies with all utility safety rules and goes further by using ground-penetrating radar prior to installation. Faster installation of fiber means communities around the state can get connected to high-speed internet in days instead of months. This will also complement the state's efforts to provide more funding for broadband by ensuring that public and private dollars are maximized and benefit residents as quickly as possible. We commend the author and the chair for their work on this important bill and ask for your aye vote. Thank you.
Do appreciate that, Dan. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we're now going to be going to our next lead witnesses. This is going to be our final. It's Pete Leroux Munoz, who's the General Counsel and Senior Vice President of Tech and Innovation at the Silicon Valley Leadership Group. Pete, the floor is yours. You have 3 minutes, and I'll give you a 30-second prompt.
Thank you so much. The Silicon Valley Leadership Group is committed to broadband expansion in California because it will benefit all sectors of the economy, including education, telehealth, emergency response, agriculture, and innovation. We support SB.378 because it ensures that the industry best practice of microtrenching is used to quickly install fiber for high-speed internet projects. This bill will have an immediate, meaningful impact by allowing fiber to be installed in hours instead of weeks. And equally as important, it's less disruptive on our neighborhoods. A 2-inch wide by 2-foot deep precision fiber installation that can be completed in the same day is much better than traditional open trenching, which tears up streets and closes lanes of traffic for weeks. The leadership group supports funding and streamlining to help accelerate broadband deployment. This bill will make sure that state and federal broadband funding will benefit local communities as quickly as possible, which has never been more important than during the current crisis we face and going forward. We urge your aye vote from the Silicon Valley Leadership Group. Thank you so much.
We appreciate that, Pete. Thank you for joining us here today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see if there's anyone else in support of 378 here in room 4203. Hearing and seeing no one, we're now going to be going to that lonely overflow room. Ladies and gentlemen, there is no one ready to roll on SB 378. So we're going to go to our phone lines. We're going to ask the moderator to please queue up all of those in support of 378. Madam Moderator, the floor is yours.
Thank you. If you are in support of SB 378, you may press 1 and then 0. We will go to line of 59. Your line is open.
Erica Hoffman on behalf of the California School Boards Association in support of the measure. Thank you.
Hey, it's good to hear your voice, Erica. Thank you so much. Let's go to our next caller.
Thank you. We'll go to line of 40. Your line is open. Line 40, your line is open.
Next caller, please.
Thank you. We'll go to line of 20. Your line is open. Line 20.
Mr. Chairman, Michael Gunning here, California Building Industry Association, in support.
Thank you so much, Michael. Next caller, please.
Thank you. We'll go to line of 66. Your line is open.
Mr. Chairman and members, Roxanne Gould on behalf of the Wireless Infrastructure Association in support. Thank you.
Thank you for your phone call today. Next caller.
Thank you. And Mr. Chair, we have no further support in queue at this time.
Really appreciate it, Madam Moderator. We're now going to go to those who may be in opposition to SB 378. We do have a representative from the California Municipal Utilities Association. That's their advocate, Mike Robeson, who is going to be on the line. Mike, you have 3 minutes on behalf of the California Municipal Utilities Association speaking in opposition. Our one lead witness to SB 378. Mike, you're in committee. The floor is yours.
Hi, good morning. So yeah, Mike Robeson on behalf of the California Municipal Utilities Association, which is the association of public power and public water agencies that own and maintain the critical above ground and underground utility infrastructure in the state. CMUA is opposed to the bill as it's in print today because it can impact the safety and integrity of the critical infrastructure that CMUA members maintain. However, you know, we've had good conversations with the author and her staff, and appreciate those conversations, and I believe the amendments taken this morning or taken today deal with a lot of the issues that CMUA has, and we're looking forward to working with her in the next committee to basically remove our opposition and ensure that microtrenching as it goes forward is done in a safe manner and according to existing safety standards and the call before you dig law. So we again opposed as it was in print today, but we're looking forward to resolving all that as we go forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Robeson. More conversations to come, I'm sure, and know that the senator will always be one phone call away, so do appreciate that, sir. Thank you for calling in today. We're now going to see if there's anyone else in room 4203 I'd like to be able to speak in opposition of 378. Hearing and seeing no one, we're now going to go to our overflow room. No one is in that overflow room. We're now going to be going to the phone lines. Madam Moderator, if you want to queue up any individual who would like to be able to speak in opposition of 378, can you please do so now?
Thank you. If you're in opposition of SB 378, you may press 1 and then 0. 1 and then 0 if you're in opposition of SB 378. And we will go to line of 23. Your line is open.
Good morning, Chair and members. Tracy Ryan, representing today the Rural County Representatives of California, Urban Counties of California, California State Association of Counties, the League of California Cities, and the California chapter of the American Planning Association. We do not have a formal position on this bill. We have been working with the senator, the sponsors, and the committee staff to address our concerns and those of the local governments. We appreciate all of the significant amendments the author has committed to taking today, and we look forward to continuing the conversation with her office and the sponsors on the appropriate timeframe for permit application review, with the goal of getting all of our organizations to a support position in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that phone call. Let's go to our next caller.
Thank you. We'll go to line of 69. Your line is open.
Good morning, Chair and members. Priscilla Quiroz on behalf of the City of Beverly Hills in respectful opposition. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your phone call. Next caller, please.
Thank you. We'll go to line of 63. Your line is open.
Mr. Chair and members, Greg Cook, representing Northern California Power Agency. I want to echo the comments made by Mr. Robeson on behalf of CMUA and thank the staff for their fine work on the analysis. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good to hear your voice, sir. Next caller.
Thank you. We'll go to line of 53. Your line is open.
Tatum Ackler with Sampson Advisors on behalf of the Southern California Public Power Authority. And we would associate our comments with Mike Robeson with CMUA and must respectfully remain opposed. Thank you.
Thank you for your phone call today. Next caller.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. There are no further oppositions in queue at this time.
Appreciate your work, Madam Moderator. We're going to turn it back to committee to be able to see if we have any questions, comments, or concerns. We also welcome a motion as well. We have a motion by Senator Durazo. So she's in with that motion on item number 4. Do we have any additional questions or comments from committee? Hearing and seeing none, Madam Senator, Senator Gonzalez, would you like to close, please?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chair, and I want to thank all of our supporters that called in today, as well as the opposition. We're extensively working with every single one of our stakeholders to ensure that we get this bill language right. We know that it's not easy, but broadband dollars are coming into California. There is a priority for broadband access, and we want to ensure that we continue moving forward in a way that works for everybody. I want to thank your committee for the analysis as well, and I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Thank you so much, Senator Gonzalez. We have a motion on the floor by Senator Durazo. We're now going to be turned over to Mr. Grinnell to be able to call the roll and provide the motion.
The motion is do pass as amended, but first amend and re-refer to the Committee on Energy, Utilities, and Communication. Senator McGuire.
Aye.
McGuire, aye. Senator Nielsen. Aye. Nielsen, aye. Senator Durazo. Aye. Durazo, aye. Senator Hertzberg. Senator Wiener. Aye. Wiener, aye. You have 4-0.
That's currently 4-0 vote. 4-0 vote, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate that. We're going to keep the bill open and allow the majority leader to be able to add on.